Hello kids, how are you all? I hope you all are doing well. Okay, in today's class we will do verbs. So, as you all know, verbs are of two types, transitive and intransitive. So, transitive means the verb which requires an object, but an intransitive verb, the object is not required. Or we can say the sentence is complete without the object also. Okay, for example, for the transitive one, I found the necklace. So in this sentence, you know, I is subject, found is verb, and the necklace is object. So there can be one object, there can be two objects, it depends on the sentence. Fine. Now the second one is intransitive verb. Intransitive verb does not require an object. So the dog jumped. Example is the dog jumped. So the dog is subject and jumped is verb. But here we do not need anything else. The meaning is complete in itself. Okay, so I think it is clear. Now the next type of verb is linking verbs. Linking verbs, they just link the subject with the subject complement. For example, Zoha looks pretty. So in this sentence, Zoha is subject, looks is a linking verb which is linking Zoha and pretty. And pretty is a complement which we have given to Zoha. Okay, so the word which are not action word, these type of words, they are not action verb, but still they are linking or they are joining to subject and a complement. So verbs like all the forms of be, then appear, grow, seem, all these type of verbs, they are called linking verbs. Okay, now the main part of the chapter, that is finite and infinite verb. You must have read it in class 6th or 7th. So we'll make it clear. Finite verbs are limited by number and person, and they are also limited by time also, time or tense we can say. But whereas non-finite verb, they are not limited by time, they are not limited by person, they are not limited by subject. This is the basic difference between finite and non-finite. We'll do it in detail in the next slide. So this is the graph or diagram for understanding what are verbs or how many types of verbs are there. Verbs are basically of two types, finite and non-finite. Then non-finite is further divided into infinitives, gerund and participle. Okay. Now finite, as I already told you, finite verbs are limited by time, finite verbs are limited by subjects, finite verbs are limited by number of person we are talking about in the sentence. Is it clear? So for example, if I say he is writing a letter, so here subject he is singular. That is why we are using is writing. Okay, suppose if we say they, or when we talk about plural, so we will say they are writing. So that means the word, the verb are or is depends on the subject. That is why it is limited by the subject. Okay, and it is also limited by time. For example, this is continuous tense. So in this I have used he is writing. But suppose if you want to say something about past tense, so you have to write I wrote a letter yesterday. You use a second form. You have to use a second form. So again it is limited by uh, time or tense. So the verb is writing, write or wrote are limited by the number and person of the subject. I think this is clear. Okay, now let's move on to next slide. Non-finite verb. Now non-finite verb, they are not limited by time, they are not limited by person or the subject. For example, she likes to sing. In this sentence, she likes, she is subject, likes is verb, finite verb, and to sing is non-finite verb, or we can say infinitive. They like to read storybooks. So again, they subject. In the first sentence we have used singular subject, in the second one we have used plural subject, but to read is same. We have not changed that. Okay, if you notice. So these type of verbs are called non-finite verbs. Now non-finite, as I already told you, they are of three types: infinitives, gerund and participle. Now infinitives. An infinitive is a non-finite verb which is generally preceded by to. Okay? To read, to sing, to play, to eat, to dance, these type of. So it is used as a noun, it is also used as an adjective, and it is also used as an adverb. Okay, for example, I want to learn English. In this sentence, as you already know, I is subject, want is a finite verb, and to learn is an infinitive. I want to learn English. So, it can be used as a noun, it can be used as an adjective, or it can be used as an adverb. We generally use the verb to plus infinitive with these type of words: agree, forget, hope. Okay. Now bare infinitives, they are infinitives, but they are not used with to. Okay, so there are certain places where we don't use to with the infinitive. So those infinitives are known as bare infinitives. Okay. Next is participle. Participle, they are again of three types: present, past and perfect. Okay. In every means we'll do it in detail. Present participle is a non-finite verb which a present participle is a verb, non-finite verb which ends in ing, and it acts like a adjective. For example, the twinkling stars. So the word twinkling, the word twinkle is a verb, but we are using it as a adjective. The twinkling stars were clearly visible. Sparkling diamonds. So again the word sparkle is verb, but we are using it here uh, as a adjective. It is showing the quality of a diamond. In the previous sentence, twinkling stars. So the word twinkling was showing the quality of a star. That is why it was used as an adjective. Okay. Now past participle. A past participle is a non-finite verb which is the third form of the verb, and yes, obviously it is also used like a verb or a adjective. For example, uh, the doctor is looking after the wounded soldier. In this sentence, the word wounded soldier. Wound is a verb, but we are using it as an adjective because it is used to show the quality of a soldier. Okay, and if you know that this word is the third form of the verb, so we are using it as an adjective. So this is past participle. The word wounded is used as a past participle. Okay. Now perfect participle. Perfect participle is formed by addition of having been before the past participle verb. So when we want to refer two activities that are taking place at the same time, for one of the activity we use perfect participle. Example, having won the match, the team went on a holiday. Okay, so having won the match and the team went on a holiday. Both these activities, they are taking place side by side, means one after the other, or we can say means at the same time. So for those activities, for one of the activity we use perfect participle. Now the next is the last type of non-finite verb, that is gerund. So gerund, basically it is the first form of the verb plus ing. Gerund is a non-finite verb that ends in ing and functions as a noun. Okay. It is verbal noun and does not it acts like a verb and a noun both. Okay. So for example, swimming is a good exercise or swimming is a good sport. So in this sentence, swimming word is a verb. Swim is a verb. Okay, but we are using it here as a noun. We have given a name to an activity in which swimming is involved. Okay, so swimming is a good exercise. Or he hates lying. So again in this sentence, the word lying is used as a noun. So wherever we use noun, the verb as a noun, it is called gerund. I think it is clear. The whole session you must have enjoyed. Yes. So let us revise the three main types. Verbs, they are of two types: finite, non-finite. Finite are limited by number and time. Non-finite, they are not limited by time and person. Non-finite further divided into three parts: infinitives, gerund and participle. So I think it is clear. Hope you all have enjoyed the session. Thank you.